Hello, everyone. My name is Crystal. Um, I am going to start blogging about my process for breast reduction, only because when I was talking about it with my doctor and I was nervous about it, I went on YouTube and I watched some videos from people that posted about their experiences with breast reduction and what to expect during it. And I thought that was very, very helpful. And it made me realize that not to be scared and that I'm doing it for a right cause to help myself and to help me lose weight and to reduce my back pain and stuff like that. So I like to start off with the reason why I have decided to get a breast reduction surgery. I've always thought about it, to be honest with you. I was just nervous to bring it up with my parents because I didn't know how they were going to react or if they were going to be okay with it. And I knew that we didn't have a lot of money to pay for it, and I didn't think insurance would unless it was a big thing going on. So, just one day for the heck of it, I mentioned it to my mom kind of casually. I was like, I wonder if my doctor would approve me to get a breast reduction. And she was like, I don't know. Ask her during her physical. So I made an appointment for my physical that was coming up. And when I was in there, she did a breast exam. And I was like, so what do you think about me getting a breast reduction? And she was like, well, is it genetic in your family? And I said, yeah, my sister had it when she was 14. And I've always had really big breasts since like junior high and high school. And she was like, well, you do have indents in your shoulder, and you do have complaints that your back has been hurting, so I don't see why it wouldn't hurt. So I was like, okay. I was like, is there any way that you could send a note to my insurance company if I called them telling them that I would want to get one? And she's like, no, that's fine. That's totally fine. So she did that for me. So then I got denied the first time, and I just kept thinking to myself, I said, this is something that really, really needs to happen for me to make me feel good about myself and to help me become healthier and stronger. So I didn't want to give up. So I said, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep sending letters to my insurance company proving that I need it. So I went back to my doctor. And she's like, no, I'll send in another note. It's fine. Sometimes they have to keyword it differently. There's different codes that you need to put into it. I said, okay. So she sent another one. So then she's like, why don't you go back to Plastic in Hand where you had your surgery done for your wrist to talk to them about a consultation. And I said, okay. So I called Plastic in Hand, and I was like, my name is Crystal. I would like to come in and talk to someone about getting a breast reduction. So they're like, okay. So we'll set up an appointment for a consultation. I said, okay, sweet. A couple days later, I go in, and I did my own research online about information on it. And I go in, they ask me why I want it done, do I have indents, how much I weigh, all this stuff, does it cause back problems, what size I am now. And then the doctor came in and spoke to me. And he was like, you do realize that this is going to be a very big surgery. I'm not here to scare you away from the surgery, but there can be complications and stuff like that, and I just want to let you know. So he took out a pamphlet and he went over like the whole description of what's going to happen and how they're going to do it. And I was like, yeah, I already know that. And he's like, oh, wow, so you've done your research. And I said, yeah, I've done. He said, do you have any questions about it? And I said, no, I just really, really need this to have done. He said, I agree. So he's like, can I take you in the examination room so I can take measurements and to take pictures to send to your insurance company? So we went into the room, got undressed. He did measurements. He told the doctor about how much they're going to take out for my surgery when it happens. They're talking about 1,500 cc's, maybe a little bit more because it seems like they've gotten a little bit bigger since then. And then he measured me, and he said something about that there could be a concern by how far my nipples are apart from the indentation of where your breasts are supposed to be. I could lose feelings in my nipples for the rest of my life. And to me, that's not that big of a deal for me. It's more about my health and stuff like that. So I said, okay, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. He said, okay, I just wanted to let you know. And then, so then they took pictures. They took pictures to show that I had indents, to show that I'm hunched over when I sit, and all this stuff, for the insurance company to look at the pictures. And so they sent that in. So with my first 2 doctor's notes and plastic in hand, they denied me for the first time, saying that there wasn't a medical necessity that I needed to have it done. So I called Plastic in Hand and I said, well, I got a denial letter. What can we do next? They said, well, we don't agree that you should be denied. We think that you're a great candidate to have the surgery. We will send an appeal letter for you. And I said, okay, great, that's awesome. Thank you. So they sent an appeal letter. So then, not even that far from that, I had some chest pain, and I was gone to the emergency room, and in the discharge papers it said a breast reduction will reduce chest cavity pain. And I said, is there any way that I could send this to my insurance company, and would it help make my surgery get approved? And they said, it doesn't hurt, you might as well. So I went to my regular doctor. When she sent in my 3rd note, I asked her to send in the note from the emergency room along with it. So she did. And then I went to a chest doctor because I was having some chest problems going on. And he even agreed that it needs to be done. So he sent a letter in. So I was like, I'm probably not going to get approved. There's not enough evidence that I need to have it done. I've never done physical therapy. I've never done chiropractic or anything like that. So I was like, I don't think it's going to get done. But I wasn't going to give up. I didn't think it was going to get approved anytime soon. So I was just like, I'm just going to do whatever it takes to get it done. So I called my doctor and I said, does it hurt for me to get at least a consultation with a physical therapist? And she was like, no. So we set up an appointment with my physical therapist. So on April 22nd, no, is it April 22nd? In April, I got a phone call from Plastic in Hand saying that they got a letter to go ahead and do the surgery. So, of course, I was excited, wanted to leave work, wanted to go celebrate, and I called my mom and I was like, hey, and she was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I just wanted to let you know that Plastic in Hand called me and said that my surgery got approved and that they would like to set up a date for my surgery. She's like, okay, go ahead, call, figure out what they have available. So I called. And they wanted to get me in as soon as possible, but I said I needed to talk to my employer because I just gotten hired. So I went in and talked to my employer, and they said the best time would be 81 days after your hire date. So I said, okay, that's fine. So my pre-op appointment is on July 23rd this year. I'm nervous and excited. It's kind of starting to feel a little real right now. And my surgery date is set for August 6th. So right now, I keep getting mixed feelings, like, wow, this is really happening, like, I'm really getting this done, it's getting closer and closer, or should I really be getting this done? Is this really going to be something that's actually going to help me? Am I going to regret getting it done? But everyone that I've seen videos on for the YouTube, or have talked to about getting it done, or that has gotten it done, had said that it's definitely worth it. The pain isn't that bad, they say. They say it's more an annoying feeling. They said the worst part's the drains. They said if you think that you need to get it done and you think that it's going to help you, then do it. Because it's a life-changing experience and you feel a lot better about yourself after. So I just keep thinking about that. I keep saying, every time I say I don't really know if I want to do this, I keep saying, well, you really need to do it. Your health needs to be better. Your back needs to be better. You need to be stronger. You're going to be in pain. Yes, you understand that. There's going to be people there to help you and comfort you. You can do it. So I'm going to do it. And we'll see how it goes. And I'll try to keep you guys up to date when it gets closer. My plan is that I'm going to be blogging. I'll probably blog like a week before my pre-op appointment. So that will be on July 17th is probably when I'll do it. And then on the 22nd, right? Is it the 22nd or the 23rd that I said? 22nd, I'll blog off after my pre-op appointment to let you know what the doctor said. And I'll let you know what time my surgery date is too. Surgery time is. I know what the date is, I just don't know what the time is. They said that they won't know that until it gets closer. And I'll let you know what I need to get and what they suggest and stuff like that. I've heard some different things of how to take care of yourself. I've heard suggestions like if you can get something that's like a nightstand that is level to your body when you're laying down, so you don't have to reach down or reach up too much, it'd be best because you're not going to be able to lift your arms very much. I've also heard that some people end up sleeping in a recliner for a couple of days because it hurts too much to lay back because of the pressure, or the stitches underneath get pulled. So I'm going to take those in consideration. Kind of rearranged my room recently so I can fit a recliner in my room comfortably without having to move a lot. I got a fan because it's going to be in the summertime that I'm getting it done. So I got a fan so I'm not sweating. I also have an AC in my room too. I'm also going to get, I was looking for a foam wedge because to put in your bed, so when you do lay down in your bed, you're not laying down all the way, but you're still laying down. But they're kind of expensive. They're like $45, and I can't really afford that right now. So my aunt just said something about like rolling a bunch of blankets up underneath your mattress so it'll lift up. So I'm gonna try that. I've also, my friend from school had it done, and she said something about where she didn't eat full meals because she was just so tired. All she wanted to do was just sleep. So my plan is to just get a bunch of like little things like yogurts and stuff, so I at least have something in my stomach. Because I do have irritable bowel syndrome, and sometimes pain medication isn't good for me to take on an empty stomach. A lot of pain medications, actually, they suggest you to eat with food or to take with food. Or to eat after you've eaten food. Take after you've eaten food for like 10 minutes after or something. So I'm going to do that. I also have been told that some people get sick nauseous just from the pain. Sometimes from the anesthesia, but I've had surgery before and I haven't had that issue, so I don't think I'm going to have a problem with that. But I am going to talk to my doctor about maybe what type of nausea medication I should get over the counter for just in case I do get sick from the pain when I'm at home. Everyone's actually really, really supportive on my decision. There's some people that don't understand it, say why do you want to have that done? But in the long run, it's more about what I want and how I feel and what I think needs to be done for my sake. My parents are extremely, extremely supportive through it. My sister, Nicole, she's really supportive through it. My friends, they're all supportive for it. They actually keep saying, it's going to hurt, but it's going to be better for you. Or I'll say, I'm scared and nervous, and they said, well, you got to think of it. It's going to be better for you in the long run. You can do it. You're going to be taken care of. You'll be fine. The doctors will take care of you. Everything. So the plan is after the surgery, I'm going to come home. My mom's going to take care of me for the first couple days. Maybe she'll be blogging a little bit just to keep you up to date on how I'm going. But on the 9th, my parents are going to a wedding. I was kind of upset about that because I kind of really wanted my parents to be home to take care of me, especially my mom. But my friend volunteered to help out for that day while they're gone. She might not have to do very much, probably keep up on my pain meds. But I'd probably be sleeping most of the time, so it'll be easy for her. All she might have to do is if I'm still having the drains by then, she'll have to empty them. I'm only supposed to have my drains in for at least 24 hours. That's what he said during the consultation. I don't know if that's legit. I've heard people have had it in for a couple days, up to a week, depending on where it goes. So that, and then I've also heard that one reason why it doesn't hurt as much too is when you're diagnosed, when you're given the pain medications, and let's say you take them and then 4 hours you wake up and you're feeling fine, you're not in pain or anything like that, and you're like, oh, I don't need pain meds, you should still take them because you're going to regret it, because you could fall back asleep and all of a sudden you get sharp pains and then you're going to wake up crying because it kills. So they said even if you're not feeling pain, you should still just be consistent on your medication every 4 hours or every 6 hours, depending on what the stuff is on the bottle or what my doctor tells me. I will be under pain medications for a week, my doctor said. Then I can switch to either Motrin, Aleve, or I have to take some type of Naproxen sodium. Is probably the best pain medication for me because a lot of pain medications actually upset my stomach and cause my irritable bowel to act up. So I will be taking that, unless he suggested something else that's higher for that would be okay for my stomach. My doctor wrote a note from August 6th to September 3rd to be out of work. So I'm going to be out of work for that long, approximately. Could be going back sooner if I was capable of having light duty. My plan for when I go back is I'm just going to play it by ear. I'm thinking maybe the first couple weeks I return doing very, very, very light duty and very short shifts. Just to see where my pain tolerance level is and to see if I get tired real easily. I'm probably going to do like 2 days a week maybe for the first 2 weeks. And then for 4-hour shifts or something like that. But I'm going to talk to my doctor about that and see what he suggests to do too. Because not only am I getting the surgery done, but when I get exhausted and overwhelmed and stuff, my stomach condition acts up too. So I got to be aware of that too. So basically he said that The surgery will happen. The drains will be in for 24 hours. I will need to have someone emptying them every 4 to 6 hours, recording the amount of fluid that comes out. There's absolutely no driving for the first week, unless I'm going to an appointment, but my parents would be taking me because I'll be intoxicated by drugs. Then he said it would be like 3 months of swelling. You don't want to measure yourself until you're 3 months of up, because the swelling does take that long, sometimes even to a year. He is going to give me some surgical bras to wear. I'm going to actually ask for a third one, because I've heard that it's good to have 3 just in case if one gets really dirty. I've heard people say that they can't wear normal bras after, because it hurts the underneath for a long period of time, but after like a couple years then you can start wearing them. And then like within like the 3 months, my doctor said I'll go in for another consultation, probably before my 3 months. I'll go in for another consultation for talking about some type of cream that you can use to put on your scars to reduce the scarring, which to me is not really that big of a deal. But so if you have any questions, or if you're wondering how to get your insurance to improve it, unfortunately I was lucky. I didn't really have to battle that much with my insurance company, because my parents have a really, really good insurance company. Or if you just have any questions about if you should get it or anything, you can comment below. You can send me an email. My email is going to be huskysnowlover33@gmail.com, all lowercase. What else? I guess I'll just keep you guys up to date. I'll constantly keep blogging. If I'm not blogging, somebody else will be blogging for me. My goal is to hopefully try to vlog after the day of the surgery, before and after. But if I can't, you guys obviously understand why. I'm out, I'm sleeping, I'm tired, but I should be able to sometime that day go in and vlog for you guys. So, give me a call, give me a comment if you need to, or shoot me a private message, or whatever, and I can answer your questions for you. Thank you. Bye.